As Mr. Universe Tourism Uganda 2024, obviously I have a long journey ahead of me that has just started. It's about tourism, I can say. It's not about my own self pleasure, it's not about anything, but it's about tourism, it's about exposing Uganda. So I'm thinking about a project, I'm thinking about a website that's going to be talking about Uganda as well, having all its pieces of tourist attractions. And I'm thinking about mostly also as a thing that I learned from the Balinese people, promoting the Ugandan culture, making Ugandan culture a tourist attraction. Because we have a lot of tribes. I mean, we have a lot to showcase in terms of culture. So I'm thinking about making that as my project, and cultural domestic culture being my main number one project to showcase out there in the whole world.
We have here a problem in Uganda where uh, our fellow youths are now into gymming,
Yeah.
showing their
Sure,
bodies,
sure,
dating old women.
sure.
What advice do you have for those young men or young generation?
The advice that I have for my fellow young generation that have lost it on the way, I can say we should engage more in things that are going to build our lives. We are youth. Youth are the strongest pillar in this world. We are able to do anything. We're capable of anything. Instead of doing those other things that are not so much in line, let's focus. Because I mean, Uganda as a country, we have very strong youth. If you can relate, most of the Africans actually were being taken outside there for slave trade, not because of anything, but because of their strength. I'm talking about mental strength. I'm talking about physical strength. We can do anything except engaging ourselves in those other areas. So we can find things to do. We can find jobs. We can learn and finish our education, and then we can get into building our lives personally. Because Uganda right now is focusing more on the youth. So if we are into other things, it's not going to give sense to Uganda in the next, I think, like 40 years or something. Yes, sir.
Lastly, we have another challenge of youth on social media,
Yes, sir.
using TikTok, abusing people,
Yeah.
promoting Uganda as a bad country.
Yes, please.
You know, so what advice do you have to them, those on social media?
The sorry, the social media. You see, when COVID-19 came in, the social media boomed because there was no other way of communicating. There was no other way of, and some people found pleasure in communicating wrongly or negative things about others, or trying to use social media for wrong things. But I'm here to advise the people of Uganda at large that social media can be used to do any other thing. You can use social media to boost tourism. You can use social media to educate. You can use social media to teach anything in this world. You can use social media to learn, other than engaging in those other things of trying to talk wrong or negative about your fellows. Yeah, that's
Any
the advice I
special
can have.
thanks to the people that are
Yes, I have special thanks to number one.
Nice.
Okay. You want to first talk to him, or we first take?
You want to
I
talk
think.
to
I
him?
think. Can I work with him?
Done?
Not yet. Wait.
I've mastered it.
Okay, parents.
Wait. Okay. So I have to take him. Push the flag. The flag. Huh? Arrival. Put your side very well.
That's nice. Perfect. Henry, I'm going to record a slow-mo, eh? Walk. You walk. Come.
Be back.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Your names?
My name is TCJ Henrik. I'm a student at Kavala University, first year, second semester. Yeah.
So we're seeing you with the Ugandan flag celebrating.
Yeah.
Mr.
Universe Tourism.
Tourism.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Mr. Universe Tourism is a beauty pageant, or it's an organization that is now bringing men together from different countries to select a tourism brand ambassador. Yeah, so I got this from there. I was representing Uganda. I was representing Uganda this year in Indonesia. That's where the pageant was taking place. So I managed to get this as Uganda. So we were the only African country. That's why I'm so proud and
Hey.
I'm celebrating myself. Yeah,
You were the only
African country. Uganda
Uganda.
was the only African country.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is, I'm told this is the first men pageant.
It's not the first male pageant, I can say, but it's the first it's the first male pageant in terms of tourism. Yeah. So this was the 5th edition, and no African country had ever made it there. So Uganda as a country, we are proud. We are proud that we were well represented, and we also appeared there. It is a great thing for Uganda, I think.
How was the experience? You can take us through.
The experience was interesting, actually. It was all about learning. It was all about touring different places, learning to get to know different cultures of other people, learning to know about different religions. For example, the most interesting part that I came to was their cultural place. It's called the GWK. That is where the legends about their gods, about their culture originated from. That is where you get to learn in a short story. And I got to learn that their supreme god is called Wisnu, and he's helped by a god called Garuda. So that is their god. That is what they believe in. And as their culture, it's the Balinese culture. Balinese culture was also very interesting in a way that those guys literally make sure that you feel the culture in terms of food, in terms of places to stay, in terms of their languages, in terms of what they do. Yeah, so the experience was all about learning and gaining experience and exposing Uganda as well, not forgetting what I had gone there to do. That was to talk about Uganda, to show them that there is a country in Africa called Uganda, that people can visit Uganda in terms of tourism. Yeah.
So, which position were you?
We came in the top 8. There was no specific position, but we came in the top 8. And Uganda as a country, being the only African country there, I think we were the first in Africa. So, yeah, we're the first.
Those are some of the challenges you guys face.
I wouldn't call them challenges, because being the only African country there was actually a privilege, not a challenge. That is how everyone there looked at it. I mean, I was the only black there. I was the only black in the pageant. That made news. That made a lot of noise. Yeah, so I wouldn't